Hi everybody, welcome to my humble abode. I don't know, I'm just being silly. Um, so yeah, I'm honestly coming into this video with no ammunition. I just wanted to catch up with you guys and just kind of go and flow from there. But yeah, it's crazy because it's like I just keep finding myself in these situations where it's like there's a lot going on, but there's not at the same time, and life's just been good. I don't know. I can't complain. And I wanted to kind of talk to you guys about some things. And one of them, just to be on my current topic, is learning patience. And this is something that I've been like practicing and trying to gain some mastery in, because it's like you can make these decisions for yourself, for your life, for the big picture and the grand scheme of things, and life doesn't always go when you want it to, right? And it's like sometimes it can feel like it's taking you so long to make a decision on something that you're just kind of like, okay, now that I've decided, like, let's get the ball rolling. But life doesn't work that way, you guys, and I am a firm, avid believer in the fact that everything happens when and as it should. And if I've learned anything in my reflection upon my life, is that that literally could not be more true. And I do so much reflecting, and I've just been in this really elongated, like, healing phase in my life, and it's not something that I want to avoid. This is something that's what the old me would have done, would be to avoid things that made me uncomfortable and to avoid things that would come up, like, about myself, to where I'm just like, well, that's not like the greatest, or you didn't really make the greatest choice. But it's like a lot of the times it's like, in order to be able to heal and grow and change and transform, first of all, it's never ending. You will always, if you leave yourself in surrender to yourself and where you want to go and where you want to be, and just how much growth and expand and hunger you can have in your life, if you leave yourself in surrender to that, you will always be ever changing. And I think that I just have always gotten so used to that, so it's hard for me to practice patience sometimes, right? Because you're just like, okay, well, I decided I'm going to do this, so let's do this. Life doesn't always react to us that way. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes, well, a lot of the times, there always is that in-between phase. And from that in-between phase is where we practice balancing. And we kind of are gearing up and making sure our little duckies are in a row, and we are trying to plan out a smooth trip to as much of the control of the situation as we are allowed to have, because some things are just out of our control, right? You can plan your day down to the minute and it's never gonna go like that, you know? So yeah, just where I've been at in this in between phases, it's been like exciting, and it's been restful, and it's been expansive even. And within that, what I was trying to get to with that between phase is being able to practice stillness, and being able to practice being present in the present moment. And within that, I'm trying to say that it's good to be eager, and it's good to be excited, and it's good to be hungry. But at the same time, if you project too far, it's like the same way if you look too far back. You need to be here, right? And it's like if we can kind of like overexcite ourselves, we can kind of just be like, okay, well, this is gonna happen in a month, and this is gonna happen in 2 months, and this is gonna happen in 3 months, and oh, I can't wait, or my life is gonna be so much better after I get this promotion, so I just need to get this promotion, or like I'll finally be happy whenever I get like my dream car. Or literally, it could be anything on a scale from like small to large. It could be anything that you feel like you're waiting for. You know what I mean? Like a job change, or to finally like be selected for just anything, you guys. It could literally be anything. All of the different types of movements that we have in life: job changes, relationship changes, getting married, getting divorced. Oh, I'll be so happy when I'm like single and divorced, you know, just literally anything, you guys. Could be a scale of anything. I know you're getting the picture. But that's why it's important to practice being present in the here and now, because you can scramble yourself like an egg, looking too far forward and too far back, you know? And it's like, growing up in a golden age, I was like, are you really gonna sing? So I'm like half singing. I don't know what that was, you guys, but I'm gonna leave that in here. Bloop. Okay, sorry. Anyways, see, I was present. I was so present for that. I'm over me. Anyways, yeah. If I was just like sitting here being like, yeah, like, oh, my class is starting in a week, you know what I mean? And just like super focused on that. But I have stopped to enjoy this song. I don't know. But we may never know. But if you know me, you know I probably would have anyways. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's just, things have been good. I rearranged my room for like the second time since this quarantine, and I'm like super happy with it. Super happy with what's going on in my area. But yeah, I don't know. It's like things like still happen, you know. I want to feel like I'm like projecting off of like my metamorphosis video, where it's like you just kind of slowly but surely change from like one thing to the next, you know? And it's like, it doesn't stop. The changes do not stop. It has been non-stop. This a rolling, not a stopwatch, never stop. Yeah, it's been like that, you guys. It's been like that. And I don't know, it's like, I've just been so excited and just so happy. And it's like, even, it's like I can accept when it's chill time now, you know? It's like, I'm like, okay, like, we got a few days where we can just get done what we need to get done and just relax, you know? It's like that happens in life sometimes too, where you literally just get to relax, you know? It's like, it is so much of like phases, and you don't always have to be so go, 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 you know? It's like we are wearing meat suits, like we're not the Energizer Bunny, you know what I mean? And it's just been really good. And it's like, even whenever like things happen, it's like I'm like watching myself sometimes and observing just like how different I feel, you know? And hold on. I don't know what's going on, you guys. My stuff is shuffling. But yeah, even whenever it's like things happen to where it's just like, it's like types of things that can like, that have like happened before, right? Just like somebody will just like be snitty, or just literally just like all these things, you know, where it's like you're being tested, you know what I mean? And it's just like, it's so amazing to just like kind of like sit back and just kind of like watch myself like past life with some kind of like flying colors, and I'm just like, child, growth, you know? It's just like things that like used to upset me, I'm just like, I laugh at myself now at the things that like I used to let bother me. And it's not that I was like ever this like overly like negative person, you know what I mean? I've always, it's just like it's bred into my soul and like my heart and like who and how I am, that I'm just naturally like a positive person. Like I choose to see the bright side, you know? But it's like, yeah, and it's just funny because it's like I'm literally like observing and I just see things on such a grandiose, like such a grand scale. You know what I mean? All just about like the bigger picture and just how like we're all interconnected and everybody has their good days and everybody has their good days, but it's also depending on your perspective. And it's just been so different, you know, to just watch how I handle stuff, you know? It's like what I was trying to get at is that it's like there will be things that happen to where it's like, it's almost like something's telling me like, hey, we should be upset about this. And I'm like, for real? Like we should? You know what I mean? It's just like little bitty things. And then it's like I can also remember like ways where I've like always been like that, but it's like to have not just like a taste of it, but like a grip. It just feels so different. You know what I mean? To how can I metaphor this? It feels different to, wow, do I really have nothing? Do I really have nothing? I guess looking at a picture that was like black and white versus looking at the same picture in color, I don't know. I like literally, wow, I always have metaphors. This is different. But but yeah, I don't know. Just ever changing, ever growing. It took me so long to get here, and it's just, oh yeah, seeing things on like the grander scale and just like knowing, you know, it's like everything's not going to be perfect all the time, and that's literally just how life is. And I could have like preached this, you know what I mean, for years and years and years, but it's like to actually finally fully understand the depth of that, you know what I mean, to be able to swim and dive deep in the 10 foot of that and not just like hanging out on the shallow end. Like, yeah, stuff happens, you know what I mean, but it's just like, yo, like stuff happens and that's okay, you know. And that's how that's been going. I've also, if we want to get a little personal, I've been going to therapy, you guys. Sure have, twice a month, because that's what the budget has. But yeah, it's been nice. It's hard because it was like I like went through this period like by myself to where I kind of before I like started to get into all like this rapid growth, you know what I mean? It was like all the shedding before that, just like a snake, you know what I mean? It like kind of has like these spurts of growth, and it's like before that it's like their skin like starts to peel so it can have that room for the growth. And then sometimes it's not just like one or the other is like happening. It's not like it just sheds and then it grows, but it's kind of like a synchronistic, like something that's happening hand in hand. Like it starts to shed, and then the growth that fills from that is like what helps like push off the rest of that skin, you know. And then it's like even it'll just have like a little left and like some spots like here and there, you know what I mean, as like time goes on. And it's like there's like those little remnant peels, but it's like just like the residue of growth and change, you know what I mean. And it's like slowly but surely, as you just keep going on about your going on, it comes off, and then you're just like this new, you know, transformed 2.0. No, I'm just kidding. My ego is trying to say hi. But yeah, I don't know. But I've just been like super excited and just like happy, and I want everybody to feel like that. And it took me a really long time to not just be like surface level happy, you know? Not just like, okay, like I'm going about my day and I like see something silly, so I'm gonna like laugh and react to it, but to like really feel that within myself. You know what I mean? To genuinely be an embodiment of that. And that doesn't mean that I always have good days and I always have good moments, but it's like I'm aware enough of myself to where I know that like if I start to feel sad or something, or say that like I read like something sad, or I saw like something sad happen, or you know what I mean, just like anything like that, it's more of just like, okay, like we feel this way, so it's just like there's a difference between being a prisoner to your thoughts and being present with your thoughts. So you like allow yourself to feel what your body and like your mind, what like all of thisness is like trying to feel, and you just let it pass. Just let it pass. You don't have to be one of those people to where you just walk around and you're just like siphoning things, you know what I mean, and just like storing them away, just like, oh my god, like this happened to me and like this is horrible, so let me just take it and like throw it inside somewhere, you know, or just like stuff like that, or just like, oh, like my mom or like my dad did this, and they're just like so whatever for that, you know, so it's like, let me just like repress that feeling, let me just ball that sucker up and just stick it in the meat suit somewhere, you know what I mean. But it's like all that stuff will come up, and it was like I did that and had to do that for so long, like whenever I was growing up, and it will come back and haunt you. Like it will come back up at the most random times, and I've talked about this a little bit too in my videos, so just kind of like to go off of that, you know. I think it was like my uncaused happiness video, and yeah, it's like we are who we are when we're born, and it's not a secret, you know what I mean. Like you're not a secret to you, like you know who and how you are and what you like and what you don't like, and it's already almost like preset into you, and it's like you don't know that you know those things about yourself until you go about life and you're literally like reacting to life while life is reacting to you, you know. And it's just it's it's a lot, you guys. There's a lot up here. There's a lot up here, man. And but yeah, there's a lot. And it just always brings me back to the fact that life is beautiful, and I am grateful. All my struggles, everything that I've been through, all the shedding that I had to do, it's just like it doesn't stop, you know. And if you surrender yourself to that, you know, and it's like growth can be so uncomfortable. It's like even whenever you were were a kid, you know what I mean, like you knew when you were having growing pains, like it hurt, it was uncomfortable. And it's the same way, you know, like mentally, like for you to be able to like grow as a person and not just be somebody who just like walks around shitty all the time, you know what I mean, or just can like let outside exterior things like get the best of them, you know what I mean. It's like nobody likes to be around that person that like something so small happens and it's just the end of the world, you know what I mean. It's like nobody, it's like don't kill my vibe, you know. It's like nobody likes to be around that, and it's not good, and it's not positive, and it's, you know what I mean. And so it's like you can kind of lift yourself to a higher scale of seeing and thinking and feeling and living. And it's just, you don't have to have an explanation, you know. You don't have to explain yourself, you know. You are who you are, and you just get to a point to where you're just like, this either feels right to me or this doesn't, or I want this or I don't. And you get to this point to where you don't need like support or like pushes from others. And for me to like learn that lesson, to not like need support or validation from others, life literally stripped me bare of it. And it was one of the most uncomfortable things I have ever experienced, to literally just be me trying to effing make it in this world. You know what I mean? And it's like we forget so much how much we consider others' opinions and support and just all of that to be so important to us. We forget about how important we allow those things to be to us, you know? And it's like, at the end of the day, like, at the end of my life, whenever it's done, I'm gonna know that I lived my life my way. And I think that having the ability to do and see and feel that and believe it and know it, and to just be it, I don't know, I won't have anybody else to blame, you know? And it's like I can want all these amazing things for myself and push for all of these amazing things for myself. And the only thing you have to do, if you don't deserve it, is lay down. Don't want, you know? And I think we forget how powerful us and our desires are, you know? And that's almost like a whole nother thing, you know? It's really easy to be susceptible to the easy way out or the runaway way out. But it's like, at the same time, if you always take the easy way out, it's like, say that the easy way out costed $5 and the right way, the longer way, the harder way, the proper way out costed $20. If you take that easy way out, that $5 way out, and you were supposed to take the $20 way out, you are in like $15 of karmic debt, and you will be collected on, darling. And it's just how it works, man. And it literally gets down to who you are, the decisions that you make, not only for yourself, but who and how you are when you're putting yourself around others, and ways that you're forming relationships with people. All of that matters, you know? It all matters. And I mean, everybody's heard about karma, you know? She can be your best friend or your worst enemy. And I think we all know a lot of people like that too. And so it's just how it is. Lead to be led, man. Life isn't Simon Says, you know? Sometimes you just gotta keep walking and just keep going. But it's like there's an humbleness to that, leading to be led, you know? And so that's the way that I like to look at life. And that's where we're at, man. That's where we're at. But yeah, super stoked. I don't know. Literally just happy for no reason almost. But what did I call that? Uncaused happiness? Yes, I did. And that's where I am, you guys. And I don't want to be boastful, and I don't want to like rub anybody the wrong way, but I do want to leave an open invitation to anybody who is struggling to find themselves, or struggling to have good days, or struggling to get through something. You know, I would like to invite you to write me. If you need an ear to hear you, you know, if you just want to verbalize things and like get them out of you, you know, I mean, I'm here. I would have liked to have had somebody there when I was going through a lot of the things that I went through. So whenever I say, hey, you can write me, it doesn't mean that I'm like a fix-all or I know all the magical answers for you. It's like, no, but if it just gets to the point to where you want somebody to talk to who won't judge you, um, who would just kind of like to pay it forward, I mean, I'm here. My email's down at the bottom. You can message me on Insta. And yeah, so that is an open invitation. No judgments. I don't judge anybody because I don't want anybody to judge me, because it's not for me or for anybody else to judge anyone. And so I just want to kind of slip that little note in and let you guys know that. But yeah, I mean, even if you just want to get in contact with me and talk about good stuff, like I'm down for that too, you know, just shoot the shit, talk about life. And I like all that stuff, you guys. But yeah, I mean, I've missed y'all. My lucky number 77 followers. I'm proud of that. There's people on YouTube that have like 1 million followers, 100,000 followers. I am proud of my 77 followers, and I love all you guys. And I want to say again that I appreciate anybody who already has taken the time out to write me, or anybody who's left like positive feedback on my videos. And you know, I appreciate you guys a lot, and it means a lot to me. And I know y'all have heard me say that before, but it doesn't hurt to say it again. So yeah, but I just want to wish everybody well, and hopefully that free fall of I want to do a video was good for you guys. We've been here for about 26 minutes. So again, if you made it through, I appreciate you. And yeah, that's it. Thanks guys, love you. See you next time. Bye.